morning, good afternoon, good evening, or dead of night, as it may be. Welcome to the Race Statistics channel, everyone. This is our coverage of the sprint race in not Japan, in Brazil, everyone. Excuse me. So, big story right now at the moment is that Yuki Tsunoda and Sainz are both pit lane starts. So they will come out of the pit lanes for the formation lap, but we'll come back into the pits immediately. And so they'll be out on track. It has rained, but it is drying right now. So we're not looking. So track is green. That's the best way to describe it. Everything that they did yesterday, all of the rubber has been washed off. We have a 30% chance of rain during the race, and that's very possible. That could happen. Looks like, luckily at the moment. There we go. It's Twitch. There we go. All right. So the big thing is, again, another big thing is weather. Weather is coming through. They said they had like a cyclone of like weather earlier last night. Basically they were looking at like 60 to 40 centimeters of rain, possibly more. So talking about the moment. You join the channel on YouTube, you'll get access to some special emojis. Same, there'll be some emojis on Twitch as well. We actually have some new emojis, some spin emojis that are new to Twitch. Again, if you join the Twitch channel, again, you get benefits. Best way to describe it. I want to thank those of you who are showing up right now. Again, we're a few minutes away from the formation lap, about a minute away from the formation lap at this point. And just looking right now, the teams there still. Okay, so they've just pulled the covers off of. Pull the covers off of the tires. Looks like we've got a mix of medium and soft tires. All the softs have been used except for Albon. All the mediums have been used. So, it's got a mix of different tires. And top of the hour has hit, and we have started the formation lap. What's the condition of the track? It's drying. It doesn't. It looks dry. Dry enough to be. It's still wet, but it's wet, but it's still. I think it's still considered dry enough to use DRS. So. Again, right now we are in the formation lap right now. So. And you can see Tsunoda and Sainz have come out of the pits. They will do the formation lap. I think this is a rule from either this year or last year. They implemented this rule where if you are a pit lane start, you still have to do the formation lap, and basically you just basically come right back into the pits. Yeah, it's kind of wet, but I mean they're on slick tires. DRS isn't disabled on lap one. I mean that's obvious. Um, the sprint race. It's a 24 lap race. That's interesting. I thought this would be shorter, but 24 laps to go in this sprint race. Lando is now coming to his grid box. There's obvious parts of the track that are damp, and parts of the track that are dry as well. It's not fully dry. The big question is who's going to survive this first lap. Uh, turn one, turn two is going to be, and maybe three is going to be an interesting sort. Now, let's see how many. Yeah, let's see how many they're going to crash in the first three corners. They're now flying. Here we go. 5 lights, and our sprint race has just started. It's 3 wide. Lando gets ahead. So the top three get through pretty straightly. I think Russell gets through. Max is up one spot. Alonso's down a spot. Leclerc up a spot. Hamilton up 3 spots. So those are our top 8 right now. So Max is up, made up one spot already on this start. So he gets ahead of Alonso. No change between Norris, Antonelli, Oscar, and Russell, the top 4. We have yellow flag, sector 5. Looks like Behrman might be the reason why for that yellow flag. So we're into end of sector 2 so far. I think the only incident has been that Behrman, I think, went off track around turn 5. Oh, Haas, I take that back. They just showed what happened. He got spun. Take a look at that one more time. Oh, Lawson got into the inside of Behrman's Haas. So he got spun. Spun, but he's still continuing the race. So there we go. So we are 1 lap in already. Norris and Antonelli are breaking away from Oscar and Russell. Max is in that range with. So we got Norris and Antonelli in their own little world, and then which is where they're pulling away, and then we've got Oscar, Russell, Verstappen, all the way down to Alonso now starting to pull away. Why did Yuki and Carlos start for the pits? They did break park for me. They were already like 19-20 already. So the teams decided to break park for me, so they were a pit lane start. There is some spray coming off the back of the cars, but it's not. If it was raining, it would be a much bigger issue. At this point, Norris is now starting to pull away. So they're starting to spread out from P1 to P5. Norris right now have the fastest lap. Again, no point for fastest lap in this race. So Finn is asking over in Twitch why Yuki and Carlos started from the pits. Basically, again, they broke park from it. They made setup changes on the car that you normally would not be able to do. So again, they're already 1920 already on the grid. So there's no big loss in terms of. Um, I mean, they're further back all as it is already, but there's no in terms of position on track. There's really no big loss in terms of what they've done. So they noted the incident with Lawson and Behrman causing a collision. So yeah, again, Lawson and Behrman are not in the points. So yeah, give him a 5-second penalty now for the sprint. He'll just take it at the end of this race effectively. Looking at what you guys are saying at the moment right now. Can you get penalties in sprints? Yeah, you mean why wouldn't you not be able to get penalties in sprints? I would assume that if he got a penalty now, it would be affecting the sprint race itself and not something that would be affected by a grid place penalty, for example, for the Grand Prix itself. So and things have spread out in the top five already. That's not for those who are Max fans, that's not a good sight. That means both Oscar and Norris are going to get points on Max in this race. Track condition, it's a dry race, but the track is damp. Is the best way to describe it. It's damp in places, but it's dry enough so that their DRS is possible. So they gone from noted to under investigation with Lawson and Bierman. We're on lap 5 of 24 with this again 20 more laps to go in this race. I'll take that back. There's now 19. We're just starting lap 6 now. Our big winner so far is Hamilton. He's been up 3 places, and that puts him into points. Leclerc is up a place. That gives him another point from 8 to 7. Yellow flag. Oh! What's going on with Oscar? Is it Oscar and Hulkenberg? Ooh, what's going on? You have a yellow flag. Oscar's out of the race. So safety car is going to come out. Hulkenberg gets out. It looks like Colapino is out as well. It doesn't. It looks like so. It looks like there's 2 separate incidents here. There's Oscar going off track, and there is Colapino who's gone off track as well. Yeah. So with Colapino's car, the front left tire has collapsed. Safety car, not a. It won't be a red flag. Um. Oh, and Oscar basically just hits the white line and goes off. Colpina, that's Hulkenberg going off as well. He managed to get. He manages to keep moving. So Hulkenberg lost his front wing. Man, this is chaos. I think that's a visual bug, Vero. I don't think we're getting the transponder information on the safety car as we would normally would. So we've got two cars out. We do have they did hit the barrier. I don't know what type of barrier is it. Oh, they have red flagged it. All right, they probably have red flagged it because of the barrier. There's probably so much going on. I didn't expect a red flag. Well, hello everyone. This is your red flag with Grash right now. I am your harbinger of red flags. I did not expect a red flag. Um, so it can be saying that Norris splashed water onto the road. Is it raining? It's not raining right now, but the track is wet. It's not a wet race per se. It's just that the track is still wet in places, hasn't fully dried. One flag will do. You guys know. What are the G's for Grash? Yes, G is for Grash, and for a red flag. What we do on a red flag, I forgot to stop the race. So in this scenario, basically all the cars are required to return to the pits. Then they change tires right now. They can change tires under a red flag. So if they wanted to go, say, to another soft, that's or if they wanted to go to another set of mediums, or yeah, if they wanted to, they could in theory change the tires. Be interesting who does actually do change tires under the red flag. That's kind of what happened. That's why 2 years ago in Monaco, last year, yeah, Oscar hit the curb and it bounced the car weirdly, and he just went into the barrier. So Max is going to be the beneficiary of that. That he's going to be able to move up a spot. So right now we're looking at Norris with eight points in this sprint race, and Max getting 5 points. So we're looking at a 3 point gain on Norris right now. I mean, 3 point gain for Norris right now, I should say. What happened to Oscar? Basically, he went over the curb, going around, I believe, turn two, going to three, and it basically bounced the car in a way that he lost control of it. Colpino, pretty much same thing, lost control of it, but his was more spun and went backwards into the barrier. Hulkenberg did as well. They haven't shown him, but he managed to just lose his wing and manage to get back onto the track. So Hulkenberg will again they'll replace his wing, put new tires on under this red flag scenario. And now we'll drop him to 8 places down to 18th. So Lando's gotten out of his car. It's interesting. And Tiev, I hope I said pronounced your name. First, thank you for showing up in Twitch chat. I want to thank people like Paula. You guys are green. Family, say something. Paul is here. Dark is here. I want to thank everyone else who's here. While I have a chance, I know that we're being hosted by TotalMotorsports.com. That's total-motorsports.com. They've had great interviews. They have a great interview section, to be quite honest. They also cover a couple other series, such as Formula E, NASCAR, IndyCar, as well. For those who are just arriving right now, we are under a red flag with me, Crash, your harbinger of red flags. I have somehow manifested a red flag today, and I did not expect it. This red flag came about because we had Oscar and Colapino basically spun around turn 2 into turn 3. Hulkenberg also spun in that sector, so that we had 3 cars go off. Of those, only Hulkenberg was able to get back onto track and continue, so he is still in the race. Though at the end, he will. I suspect that he's at the end he's P18. Oscar and Franco are out. Why are people Lando sprayed water on track on purpose? I don't get it. It's because Antonelli said something about that over the radio, and that was played. That was played on F1 TV as well. So I suspect the red flag was thrown because we had multiple cars. A, we had multiple cars. B, there was debris all over the place, and stewards were going to be on track. So basically they decided to throw the red flag. It was going to take a while. Also, they have to check the barrier. They went into that barrier. I suspect it is. It looks like a Tech Pro barrier. No news on restart right now. I know the track sector is clear. I'm not sure that's true just yet. I know that they were getting Colapino's car off the track about a moment ago. So here, looking at what happened with Lawson. Lawson goes on the outside. They come to the curb. And he makes contact with Ollie Behrman. And that is under investigation. No restart time has been given so far. We are still considered under a red flag as the track is concerned. There's a potential that there may be damage from the Oscar Lawson incident that they're trying to get off track as well. No, Champions is not over. It's not over. This is just the sprint race. We still have the Grand Prix tomorrow. We then have 3 more races and another sprint race to go. This is just a red flag. When will the race restart? We will get a notification from Sprint Control when that is going to be restarted, and they're working on Hulkenberg's car right now. So the FIA delegate, Joe Bauer, is the FIA delegate looking over what they're doing to Hulkenberg's car. Yeah, we will get a race control message when it will resume. We are likely 5 to 10 minutes at the minimum. The Nico Dam. Piccolpino signs Alpine contract 26, celebrate by spinning out of the race. Basically came around that turn, and it was just a skating rink. Hulkenberg goes in, hits the wall well. Uh, yeah, it's Franco basically had a little bit of a squirrely move before he lost control of the car. Why is Oscar out? He basically has crashed. Same with Colapino. So we're looking at which I'm not sure which curve this is, but there is some water pooling by the curbs. They did groove them. I thought they grooved that area. Okay, race will resume at 11:35. That again is in 11 minutes, so 10 minutes or so for the restart. Why red? Basically, we had three cars go off track and hit the wall. That we Hulkenberg, Oscar, and Franco. Again, why is there a red flag again? Again, welcome to Red Flag Under Crash here. Again, you're listening to the Race Statistics channel. Um, hmm, I'm curious why the clock has stopped under the red flag because it's uh that's a should be counting up type scenario. But yeah, we are on a red flag because three cars went off track, hit the barrier. Of those three, only Hulkenberg was able to get back on without a wing, got back on track, and got back to the pits. Oscar and Colapino's basically their cars um, could not continue. And basically, Oscar and Hulkenberg, they all did literally look. Yeah, they all went over the curb. You look at them. They all hit that curb. They all hit it a little slightly different, but that they all hit the curb and boom, they're in the wall. Yeah, I mean with the red flag basically has normalized basically the race. Um, how much time before the race restarts? Again, we're looking at like 9 minutes now. Oh no, we're not going to get six red flags in this session. And it rained, so we're also not going to get the not going to get the grass on fire as well. Order restart is 412, 63, 1, 14, 16, 44, 18, 10, 23, 6, 5, 30, 31, 87, 22, 55, 27. That looks again. That's the top four: Norris, Antonelli, Russell, Verstappen. Is it currently raining, or was it raining? No, it has not rained. The track is damp. It was considered a wet. Sorry, it was considered a dry race by race control. It's still considered a dry race for uses for tires and whatnot. But the track is damp. There's wet pieces here. Max is gonna get his red flag miracle. Feels like the F1 movie movement moment right here. Oh, I had not even thought about that. That would make Max our Sunny Hayes. Yeah, that could Max could get at least one place on Russell on this restart. That is definitely in the cards. And after going back and no, Oscar's out of this session. He is out. So is Colpino out of the session. So drivers are getting back into their restart right now is 6 minutes and 30 seconds away. So we've got some time left to go. Amazing guy. My TV provider removed YouTube TV here in the States, so I was trying to scramble for alternatives to watch it live. I couldn't find anything. Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of fights over YouTube, who's on YouTube and why. I know in the States, I know ESPN it still has coverage of F1. That is will change next year, though. Next year in the United States, F1 TV is going to be on Apple TV. They have dropped the plus from their name, so it's just not Apple TV Plus, it's Apple TV. But we are thanking that you guys that you're here. So they're going to do the investigation after the sprint with Lawson and Behrman. I don't know why they're going to investigate that after the sprint. That doesn't make any sense. I guess they're too much else. Safety car lights on. Oh, still on a red flag. We're technically out of red flag. We're now waiting to restart 5 minutes from now. Again, this is Grash. We just had a red flag. We have my red flag counter up on screen. That has gone up to 6. So that counts number of sessions in a row that I've had a red flag. So it's not like where Baku quali, I got 6 red flags. That did not increase per red flag during the session. That's the number of sessions in a row I've had a red flag. I have gotten that counter up to 6. Now, granted, this was back when I was only doing practices and I wasn't doing the race as normal. So again, those who are just coming here, we just had an incident with 3 cars going around, hitting the curbs at 2 and then hitting the wall around near turn 3. The first one for this again, it was Oscar, then Hulkenberg, then Colapino in that order. Of those 3 cars, only Hulkenberg was able to get back onto track and get back to the pit lane. He's got wings being replaced, and God knows what else is going to be replaced. We will get report of who's on what tire when we get back. Okay, you guys are spamming chat. Just two of you guys. My God. You know what? I'm gonna just. You guys, timeouts. My God. What's like about Apple TV? Basically, starting next year in the United States, Apple TV is going to be the broadcast partner for F1. Right now, ESPN and is that broadcast. So we're now about 2 minutes away from the restart. So right now we're looking at blankets around the tires right now, like it's a start. Will you be able to watch F1 on Apple? Yes. You can. So with Apple TV. So again, I will have to get an Apple account, paid account. So they've put Hulkenberg on the track. I'm not sure why Hulkenberg is. I think they're testing the track / also giving a chance for Hulkenberg to basically effectively get back onto the lead lap effectively. It's weird. It is very weird. So they're going to use a rolling start procedure. So it's not going to be a standing start as we normally. So they will go out behind the safety car effectively and will come back in. So it looks like they're choosing a rolling start because no, it's not a shame. I mean, it's less of a chance of an incident starting out under a rolling start as opposed to a standing start. I think Oscar's off to do media right now. He looks okay after that. Yep. Thank you to jumping in. How did Max get to P4? He passed Alonso on track, and then Oscar basically took himself out of the race by crashing. So Lando has gone to a used set of soft tires. Anthony and Russell are on a different set of mediums. Max is on a medium as well. Fortunately, our tire history is just the data. Hey, boss, you're cutting off the tire history where you can see the tire that they previously had. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be very clear. If you're going to invoke a terrorist name or a terrorist organization with someone with a driver, you are going to be tossed from chat. And this is the only. Yep, I can see that. Yeah, though that's not acceptable in our chat. Just straight up, we're just gonna toss you from chat for saying that. I know some YouTuber has put that out there, but we're not. We just don't. That's in poor taste, extreme poor taste. So they are in a rolling start right now. And here we go. We are now going to go racing. Lando has made the jump. Russell and Antonelli are fighting at the moment. Alonso locks up, so Max keeps his position. But he's falling back. He's fighting with Alonso and with Leclerc. So Lando has gotten away from everyone. Antonelli and Russell are second and third, but have been fighting. And Max is fighting with Alonso. They are side by side. Max is keeping the advantage. Oh, it looks like there's been an incident. And they are racing right now. We are back racing right now. But he is back. Someone said Leclerc is right there, but he's backed off. So again, right now, we've got Norris, Antonelli, Russell, Verstappen in that order. Max was fighting with Alonso. That's pushed him back. That fight basically has pushed him back a second and a half to Russell. Hulkenberg's got the fastest lap. He's P18 right now. He did that on medium tires. 13 laps on those medium tires. DRS is enabled right now after that restart. Again, we're on lap 10 with 15 laps to go in this race. The one thing about this race so far is that the track looks drier than it was when we started the race. So right now, as things stand, we've got Norris leading our race. We've got Russell and Antonelli, P2, P3. Antonelli getting the advantage right now, but Russell is stalking Antonelli at times. Then we've got Max back 1.7 seconds. Another 1.7 seconds back for Alonso. So they've spread out. Alonso basically now leading a DRS train, which includes Clerk, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly, Albon. Why a rolling start? Because a rolling start has a less chance of an incident than a standing start, effectively. So I wouldn't say that Alonso is Max's linebacker. They were fighting neck to neck for a while on that restart. So yeah, we are on lap 12 right now. Norris right now in sector in the middle of halfway through the track in sector 2. 13 laps to go, so we're about halfway through this track. This race right now. doing replays of the restart, showing Antonelli and Russell fighting, showing Alonso trying to go around the outside, Max having to cover it. So the top four have pulled away, and they're in their own little world right now, per se. Norris right now leading by 1.2 seconds. Antonelli just got another fastest first sector again. Yeah, one of the possibilities is the soft tires. So Alonso, Norris, Stroll, Gasly, Albon, their tires could peter off. Less so for Stroll and Gasly; they're only 8 and 5 laps respectively. But Norris is 11 lap use, so there's 12 laps to go. So there's a potential for Antonelli, Russell, Max to make gains potentially because they're on the medium tire. So we'll see how that goes. So they're saying that around turn 12, this is at the beginning of sector 3, it's getting gustier. And that is what not just rain, but also potential wind this weekend as well. If we had rain, heavy rain, there's potential for hail coming through in a storm if it comes through. So that'll be, doubt that we will see that in this session, but it could be later. Again, weather could be very different for quality later today. Norris is definitely going to win this. Let's be honest. I mean, wait, 11 laps ago, we've seen Norris bottle it. I've seen Norris bottle it. So it is what it is. Max got cooked. No, Max did not get cooked. No, Max did what he needed to do. I mean, he's in fourth right now. He's gonna lose. I mean, the difference between him and Norris right now is 3 points. Again, we do have 3 more races and another sprint still left to go in the season. And again, the sprint race here as well. So Kimi again, fastest first sector again. He's only 1.2, 1.3 behind Norris right now. Last lap, they were within a tenth of each other. I think Norris is getting time on Kimi through, I think, end of sector 2 into sector 3. So I'm going to note that people are cheering for Max, cheering for, I see some Oscar, I see some Lando. And we are on lap 16 with 9 laps to go in this sprint race. I think the big thing right now is that Norris and Antonelli are in their little world right now. Russell is 2 seconds off of Antonelli. Max is in 2.2. Alonso's backed off 4.6, and he now is leading a train that includes Leclerc, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly. Borrell just passed Isaac for 11th. Again, no points there. Again, only points are 8 and above are points. That would be Stroll, Hamilton, Leclerc, Alonso, Verstappen, Russell, Antonelli, Norris in that order. 2 drivers are out of this race already. They crashed when we had the red flag about on I think lap 8, lap 9. And that's Oscar Colapino. Hulkenberg also involved with that incident, multiple incidents, I should say. They all hit the wall after going over the curbs on turn 2. Hulkenberg is the only one of those 3 who managed to get back onto track. I think everyone who's here right now, almost 6,000 watching across all platforms. Yeah, so right now complaining about, I think, Stroll. He's only half a second behind him right now, so that is a place of where the fight could happen. He's getting closer. He's only under half a second now. Oh, as he's trying to make a pass, he doesn't get it. He was fighting with Lawson. He tries to make a move. He's going to go try again, and then now he's going to make. He's going to get past him this time. So Escon, he's up to P13 now. Antonelli now in DRS range. So again, the issue here is that Norris is on a used soft tire that's been used 16 laps already, and Antonelli is on a used medium tire, used 15. So Lando's at the end of that operating range of that soft tire, and we're still in the operating range of that soft tire for Antonelli. Antonelli's jumping in and out of DRS range right now, and that's interesting. Very, very much a race right now as we look. So we come to, again, looking on turn 12, at the beginning of sector 3. And now he's going to be outside of DRS range on the detection point, second detection point. So we're going on to lap 19 now. And Antonelli is 1.1 behind Norris. At the next first detection point, he's going to be under 1.1. So he's not going to still not getting DRS on Norris. And if he can just get that 10th, so almost if you can get 2/10 on Norris now, he will have DRS. So again, looking right now at Gasly, he's again within 0.4 of 0.4, 0.5 of Stroll right now, and it's a question of when is he going to make his move on Stroll and get into the points. Wait, Norris did not spin out. Oscar spun out. Again, we've got two retirements, Oscar and Colapino. Hulkenberg was also involved with the crash fest, but he managed to get back onto track without his wing. They did replace his wing, and I think also replaced his back wing as well. Again, the top of the board right now is Antonelli jumping in. Does he have DRS? Yeah, Antonelli got DRS. Antonelli's now 0.7 behind Lando now. So this is now lap 25 laps to go. He did get DRS on Norris, and he's now 0.6 through sector 2 right now. Again, the story here is that Norris is on a soft tire that's been 18 laps used. Antonelli's on a medium tire, 17 laps used. Again, these are used tires. They have switched tires from what they started on. And Antonelli is 0.7. He's 0.7 behind Norris right now as they go into the first DRS zone that goes across the start-finish line. He's now 0.4, 0.3, 0.4 behind, almost 0.5 behind Norris now. We have a fight for the win right here, everyone. And right now, Norris and Antonelli are in sector 2 right now on lap 21. Norris looks like he's got an advantage through these curves. He's 0.7 back right now on Norris. Antonelli right now is just behind Norris, and basically stalking him. Again, looking right now, the other big fight is the Gasly and Stroll. Again, there's Alonso, Leclerc, Hamilton, and a DRS train as well. We got 3 laps to go. This is lap 22 with 3 laps to go. Antonelli is stalking Norris right now. It's about 3-4 car lengths back right now. He gets closer on the curbs, but Lando is able to accelerate out of those curves better than Antonelli, it seems. Gasly has passed Stroll, so we haven't seen that on, and Leclerc has passed Alonso on track. So Leclerc up to 5th, Gasly into the points to 8th. And we're on lap 22 with 3 laps to go. Again, we just had our 2 points of unexpected 2 points. Gasly getting ahead of Stroll, and Stroll's dropping out of DRS range. Leclerc has passed Alonso. The question, will Hamilton pass Alonso? He's only 0.3 behind. So our 2 points of action right now is Alonso, Hamilton, Antonelli, Norris. Two laps to go. This is lap 23 of 24. This is the penultimate lap. Hamilton has DRS on Alonso. Hamilton's getting 1.4. He was closer before. He's not. Doesn't look like he's making his move. Albon has moved up to 10th. That is, though, unfortunately not for points. Only top 8 getting points in this sprint race. And it's only 0.7 back on Norris. Yeah, Norris is getting better laps on Antonelli. And we are now on the final lap of this race right now. Antonelli's 0.5, 0.6 behind Norris. Max had the fastest first sector in that last lap. Again, he's in 4th. He's going to finish 4th right now. Again, Norris Antonelli is the fight for first. Coming around, they're in sector 2 now. Borrell has moved up to 10th. Unfortunately, that's not a point-gaining position in this race. Borrello just crashed. Double yellows in sector 1. That won't affect Antonelli and Norris. But that is, Borrello is out of this race. Norris and Antonelli starting sector 3 right now. They are not in the yellow flag zone, so they are allowed to. No, they're going to come to. They're now coming into the yellow flag zone, and there is Norris and Antonelli coming across the line right now. Norris first, Antonelli second, Russell third, Max 4th. Leclerc coming into the zone, he will finish 5th. Alonso 6, Hamilton 7. Gasly's going to pick up a point for Alpine. So wide Borletto did stop. I haven't seen why. What happened with him? They still haven't shown what happened to Borletto. So Borletto says he's okay. Was that a crash on the final lap? Yeah, there was a crash on the final lap. They haven't shown what happened to Borletto yet. I managed to catch that up because I was looking at the track. So he had passed. He was in traffic. He had passed someone, and it looks like that after that pass, something had gone wrong. And he crashed. So showing what happened with Borletto, just racing with Albon. It looked like he got ahead. So they come around pit lane entrance. They come across the line. Oh, oh wow! So Barlow makes a turn to the inside. He tried to go to off the racing line to slightly to the left, and he just loses control of the car. Oof. Who was in front of him? I think that was Isaac. That was either Isaac or Lawson who saw. Oh, wow! Wow! He gets air. Barlow gets so he goes loses control of the car to the left side, hits the left side, and bounces, and he's going across the track to the right, and he gets air. He's just he's launched. That first hit launches him into the air, and there's significant damage to that car. Uh, yeah, the first question is did he tub the car? Basically, what we mean by that is that the chassis is destroyed, and that is a possibility. He may not. Barlow may not be. It may not be possible for him to take part in the quality later today. So, so as it stands right now, we did effectively finish under a yellow flag. It was a interesting crash at the end of that race. Uh, Antonelli did. There was a chance for Antonelli to potentially to overtake Norris before they got into a yellow flag, an area where it was marked as a yellow flag. As it stands right now, Norris is going to take first, Antonelli second, Russell third. Max comes in fourth. So it's again 3 point gain for Norris, a 5 point gain on from on Max to basically to Oscar, and that's the big thing is that Max. Um, so even if Max doesn't, this is not ideal. This is 3 points that Max now has to overtake on Norris, but this is now 5 points that he's now gaining on Oscar. So yeah, if even if it's not P1, we could be P2, looking at a P2 in the championship for Max. That's still in the cards. I want to thank everyone who's been here. Again, there were about a few thousand of you across multiple platforms. I want to thank you guys for showing up. I want to thank TotalMotorsports.com for hosting us this weekend, as they've been doing so far. We will be back in about 3 hours for the qualification session. With that, I am going to leave. I know there is a Lawson incident that is yet to be investigated, fully investigated, and we'll see what happens with that. So, for everyone here at the Racing Statistics, I want to thank everyone. We will see you in a little bit for quali.